requested by Mr. Wetmore.
To Ms. Curran's point, Patrick Waterman was our most recent deputy. He got 3 months.
Didn't he get 0?
Patrick Waterman had 3 months. John Shea, well, no, in his contract.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
In his contract, he had 3 months. To my knowledge, and maybe you can help me out, Raj, John Shea, when he was brought in as deputy, did not have any severance. So the history of us hiring deputies is 0 to 3. It is definitely not 12.
Mr. Wetmore is the current administrator.
Yeah. Interim administrator.
Interim. Yeah, he's the interim administrator. Yes. So he's
the interim administrator not operating under a contract.
Correct.
Correct.
And then become an at-will employee.
Which, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That Administrator Shea received 1 year.
Yeah.
That was in his contract, though.
Yes.
Which was adjusted in November 22.
Yeah.
So Nate Wolf is not involved in this situation. I have had discussions about the situation with Nate Wolf, but it is not the same as having an open investigation. Could there be one? Yes, there could, but there is not. Did Mr. Wetmore undergo the same type of problems with Mr. Gibbs and other things? Sure, but it's not to the same extent. So this is different. I will reiterate what I'm asking the board to do, which it would be in the best interest of the county to get a release. That is true. But I'm asking to consider severance so that we can't, because it is the right thing to do in this situation, to have a clean transition so that on January 2, the new board can appoint whoever they want, Steve Kemper, and move on.
I will agree with the chair that it is fitting to give interim administrator Wetmore severance. Again, I'll repeat, when we brought on Patrick Waterman, we give him 3 months.
Yep.
I am in favor of 3 months for interim administrator Wetmore. I understand that he is taken on some additional duties in the last month, but for me that doesn't change. He doesn't have his contract. He probably should have asked for one. That included 3 months severance. The fact that he didn't is not, the board's fault. I'm in favor of giving him 3 months. I'll go back to the same point. That should be immediate. He's seeking to separate himself from us. If he wants to separate himself from us, he should have that freedom to do that, but that should be today.
He is not looking to leave today. He's looking to provide a clean transition for the current board and the next board. He has no ill will or animosity. He understands the current political dynamics. He understands, based on statements made and events that have occurred, that he will not be detained. That's totally fine. That's just life. So I ask myself, what is the right thing to do? He's got 9 kids. He's got a family. He has worked very, very hard for the county. And I'm not opposed to affording him the same as was afforded prior administrators.
With the caveat that he is not our administrator.
Well, he's the interim administrator.
He is our interim administrator.
Administrator for the county.
And he did not seek this contract ahead of time.
Correct. That was.
Which is not our fault.
And just since Anderson
no
left,
fault.
I mean,
Right.
not just recently. He hasn't been our interim for a year,
Right.
Yeah.
He's just been recently.
Right.
So now he's asking for 12 months. You're thinking we should pay him 12 months?
I do, yeah.
I
He would not be in the situation if it wasn't for the interim or the permanent administrator search being spiked by you and others.
There's absolutely no reason for us to pay him 12 months. 3 months.
Plus
I
benefits.
think
He wants benefits on top of
3
it.
months of benefits.
I would do 3 months with benefits.
I would agree to 3 months with benefits.
Do we have any more additional commentary? He's got 9 kids, that's why I'm at 12.
The fact that you have 0 kids or 9 kids should not affect this.
Jordan has
severance.
0 kids.
County employees matter, and their families matter.
I
And so you should
understand
take
their family
that-
matters, but
You should take that into consideration. He has been targeted in the media, not to the same extent as Jordan. He does not have open claims, which is good that he has chosen not to. He could. He's at a different stage of life. Look at this extremely rationally and logically. He is the current administrator. We're clearing the deck, moving on. What is the right thing to do? What is the right thing to do by him? I wasn't in prior conversations with Shay or Robin Affrick or other people. I don't know how those conversations went.
Can I tell you how they went?
Well, were they in closed session? Then no, you may not.
No, they weren't in closed session.
Okay.
And
Fine here, sure.
we
Go ahead.
always gave a year contract.
Yep.
I mean, that was pretty much the way it was.
Which I think is wise.
And the
Learning
severance
what we
was
learned.
always part of it. So it wasn't an exception that we did just because we knew that there was going to be a change on the board, because it actually happened before that.
Yep, I think it was wise to give severance to John Shay. I do, and to Robin. I think that was the right thing to do. I've had people come to me and say, I can't believe the prior board did X, Y, Z. No, that was the right thing to do by those individuals.
I totally agree, and I think that, Commissioner Bergman talked about the 1 year severance for administrator, the discussion around Robin Affrick, and I think the minutes bear this out, is that there was an initial thought that would be 6 months. The discussion was to bring it down to 3 months. I was in favor of bringing it down to 3 months. I wasn't in favor, and Commissioner Bonner, when he goes, well, and I talked about that. I said I was in favor of department heads having 3 months, but beyond 3 months. I couldn't get to 6 with Robin Affrick. That's why it got brought down to 3 months. So again, we're all gonna have different opinions about Interim Administrator Wetmore's performance, and that's fine. But I mean, if we establish the pattern of 3 months with Patrick Waterman, 3 months with Robin Affrick, I think backdating, basically, let me finish. Backdating his non-existent contract to include 3 months sounds fair to me. Because we're backdating, because he doesn't even have a contract.
Right, there's no.
Which again is not our fault, it's his fault.
Let's also add to the context that it was 12 for Shay and 12 for Gibbs.
Because they agreed to those contracts ahead of time. The fact that
Right.
the interim administrator woman did not ask for a contract is not our fault.
That was very giving or whatever of him to do, very generous of him. Right.
He's a
Right.
lawyer. He should know ahead of time to ask for a contract. It's not our
So-
fault that he didn't ask for a contract.
So I then asked, what is the right thing to do in the situation? And I mean the ethical thing. What is the right thing? What is the appropriate thing to do, considering the situation we're in now?
You also have to ask yourself, this is not our money, this is county money.
Right.
And the wisdom with which we spend this money is on us,
Yep.
right? So in your prayer at the beginning, you ask for wisdom this day. Wisdom dictates that you don't spend this money foolishly.
Right. The other factor in my mind is that, a person could make the argument that he is absolutely being forced out and doesn't want to leave. He was hired for a job and would like to continue. I understand that won't happen. That's okay. But also I want to at least give that some level of consideration in the conversation.
He's the interim.
Right.
He knows that.
Right.
And how long has he been interim for? When did John leave? 2 months?
Yeah, not long.
3 months.
Do you want to go around the table and make, I like Roger's idea?
Yep.
Do you go around the table?
3 months.
No, he won't be kept as deputy. He'll be terminated.
You will be.
Yeah, they hate him. Yeah. Look at the contempt on individuals' faces.
That's my point.
Right. He'll be
This is not
kicked
just
to
a
the
matter
curb.
of him no longer being interim. It's a matter of him being exited from sort of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dragged out by the hair on his neck. Yeah. Roger, if you go ahead.
3 months.
3 months. Chris, any?
3. Seems to be the precedent. 3.
It's arguably not the precedent since he is the acting administrator and others were given 12. Allison, do you have any?
12 months.
12.
I'm already at 12.
I'm at 3, but there could be room for growth there. 3. Well,
I support the current separation and release agreement. That's right.
I'm sorry, what?
12.
What did you say before that?
She supports the
the
agreement.
current separation release
The
agreement.
current,
We don't have a current separation agreement.
the one
The one
before
that's.
me.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I just want to clarify that we don't have one currently.
We do not have one currently. We do not have one currently. So we're at 3 and 12. That's not great consensus. Can we, I sense that there's not, it's a 3 earlier. Can we do 10?
Again, we've got unemployment benefits here that we're not going to contest if he files for.
That's a standard term in the contract.
I think it should come out. I think it should.
What, you're not going to, he's not being fired for cause. So you're not going to dispute the benefits. That's the law.
So I think one of the things that I went into the 12 is just because he didn't ask for a contract, didn't mitigate the change of us doing the right thing. So if he had asked for the 1 year, would that have made a difference to the individuals here?
Yes. I would have voted against that.
What?
I would have voted against that. If he had asked for 12 months as a deputy, yes, I would have.
No, as the interim.
If I had an interim, yes, I would have voted against that as well.
So the question is, I mean, first of all, you all need 2/3, and you don't have 2/3. So,
No, we just need a majority.
no, well, that's not what it says on the
Those
agenda.
2/3 to come
2/3
in
to come in
here.
and close
It's
session.
just the
Oh,
law.
amen.
So
So,
Fine.
we're pretty
again,
far apart. Yeah, go ahead.
again, going back to the optics thing, you know, whatever if this gets FOIA'd after it's done, the logical question will be everything that Doug has already brought up. So why has everyone consistently gotten 3 and we went over for this? Which just encourages more inquiry, more distrust of the institution, more of everything that we're trying to use this to help solve part of. So that's why closer to 3, I'm not saying that it has to be 3, but closer to 3, much better than closer to 10.
I definitely hear what you're saying, and I think the optics matter in this as well. And I think we want as smooth as possible. But he is the acting administrator. The past 2 administrators were given 12 months. It's not that out of line, even if we did do 12.
Only for the last 60 days.
Can I,
Still, I mean, he's the one in the role who's going to get fired in a couple weeks.
Is there a release of claims in here?
It's a full release of claims, same as the other one.
Because while there's not an active investigation, I think there are also questions of what the evidence is.
There are. He has not brought it forward.
Yes.
He has offhandedly stated it, but he has not engaged on it, which may be him holding his cards closer to his vest.
Is there?
If he wants to sue, he can sue. He's Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Is there? Yeah, it's he occupies a really weird spot because I mean he came in as a deputy and now isn't it? Is there any precedent for an interim former deputy administrator seeking? I mean, this is so quirky that to say that there's any kind of generalization behind it is a little bit awkward. You know, I agree that because he wasn't as an interim, yes, he's as an interim, but he wasn't brought to us as the administrator.
Right.
Which comes with it a certain higher level of sort of like
Respect.
respect, but also sort of like overlook, and
Above.
so it's looking at him more as a deputy administrator who gracefully stepped into the position when it was vacant seems to be more on par with the reality than looking at him as an interim administrator who never actually had a contract. So maybe perhaps looking at it from a deputy point of view seems to be more the appropriate lens to see it through.
So let me just address that because I think that's a really great point. I mean, to my knowledge, and I don't have a photographic memory, but when we elevated John Shea and brought him on as interim, we changed his pay. But to my knowledge, we did not change his severance. correct?
We didn't change.
It was 3 months when when he signed on as deputy. It was 3 months after he was made interim. The severance part didn't change.
That
So if
actually
we
is
had changed
relevant.
that, I think there would have been precedence to say, okay, now you have a little bit more role, we're gonna bump you up to 4 months. But that didn't happen with John Shea. There is no precedence for an interim administrator having any more severance than a deputy once they're elevated.
So a relative or related point is that when Ben was hired as interim administrator, we did ask him to come in at the lowest possible pay point.
I didn't ask
So-
him that. I mean, that was the number in front of us.
I did.
Okay.
And so.
He should have negotiated a better deal for himself.
Maybe he should have, but.
It's not our deal to negotiate for Ben. It's our deal to
agree.
negotiate for Ottawa County
So
taxpayers.
what I'm saying is, if we do X number of months at 210 or 220,000 a year, that is much different than where he's currently at, which is 175.
My recollection of Shea was 160 something for interim. Bumped it up to inflation, and you get the same number.
Yeah,
Just,
and
Yep.
actually, he went up to 175 or 180, I think, while he was interim.
Okay.
He didn't go up to the 210.
okay, Sylvia.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, for me, the release of claims is a consideration.
But that's
So
what we're
I-
getting with the 3-month severance. We would get that.
Well, he would,
Yeah.
there's no way he's
I don't
signing
think he's
3
signing
months.
it. I don't think he's signing
No, no, he's gonna preserve his right to serve. So, I just, for full transparency for where I'm at, my minimum is 9 personally. He's got 9 kids, 9 months, that's where I'm at. Hate it, love it, whatever, I would go to 9. I know people probably absolutely want 12, and people absolutely want 3 or 6. That's, if we could please come to consensus at 9 and close this out and be done, we are clean slate for next year.
The reason why I've advocated for the larger amount, and I could potentially go down a little bit, is due to the litigation risk, if we went lower.
Well, why don't we just split the difference and do 6?
I don't think I think he'll do 9, but I don't know.
What about 6?
10 is like a weird off number. Why not do 9?
Well, you went to 5.
3, 6, I know, I didn't like that.
10 is double 5.
That's true, I'd do 10, not 5. 10 is double 5, that's fine. I'd do 9 if other people would come to consensus on 9, because at the end of the day, I want a release, I want it over, and I care about the optics, and I want it to be smooth for next year. And we all know Steve's coming in, and he's gonna pick his number 2, and we wanna wanna lower the temperature a little bit. And that is my goal.
9 months does start the next fiscal year.
Yeah.
Or whatever that's for.
Yeah.
I still think the separation date needs to be immediate.
I can
Once he,
also
or
ask him.
or maybe change this.
Oh.
Once he signs this, then that is the separation date.
So,
Obviously, we can't, obviously, we need to finish this out. But once he signs it, he's separated.
so that is definitely not the language in the agreement.
I understand that's not the language.
And one of the key facts is that he is willing to stay on until the 1st, so there's no gap in legal administration.
I think Jacob has said this, we have a talented staff, I think we can fill in for 3 weeks.
Oh, we absolutely could, but it's not wise to go without an administrator, even if he's.
I think
There's
we can
certain-
find-
there are certain
I think we
things
can
that
find
only
someone
the
for 3 months,
administrator
3
can do.
weeks.
I think we mostly have gone without an administrator for 2 years anyway.
Yep.
In theory, I agree with you, Roger, but there are still some things that only he can do.
Given signing checks.
Yes.
There's legal issues, it's just better to have, that's why we have one. If we need the administrator position.
They have the breach covered.
It's a smooth transition. He can also work with Steve or whoever else in the next couple weeks to make it smooth. And he said outright, he will do that. He will make it as easy as possible. And they're there to some onboarding for new commissioners and trying to make it as simple as we can. So 9 is maybe not what everybody likes, but can we come to consensus and just call it good?
I think you probably have enough votes, so if you want to.
If we have enough votes, I mean, we might as well say it's 12. I'd like to come to a greater consensus, and if going down to 9 will do it, that's what I prefer.
Do you want a unanimous vote? Or do you want
I
to?
would love a unanimous vote.
Bring it down to 4. Bring it down to 4.
4 is too
I'll
low.
go for 4.
4 is too low.
If you want a unanimous, I can't speak for Jacob or for anybody else. I'll go for 4.
Let's
Let's
go
go
12.
12. Let's go 12.
Yeah, we tried in good faith, and they're gonna vote no when they go out there anyway.
Yeah, so that's fair.
It's your vote.
I'd really love to do that.
If you want to punish the taxpayers, go for it.
346 votes, I don't.
It's not punishing the taxpayers. He is the acting interim administrator fulfilling the role.
I guess if we're
He's
gonna
being
go,
exited,
Chris has something
and
to
we
say.
get the release. Chris, go
I
ahead.
guess if if 12 is what we're accelerating to, why are we signing it at all if he can just be terminated the first day of the new term? I mean, that's that, and then grab the 12 months
Yeah.
John Shea was afforded. I mean, at
That's
this point,
good
if
point.
you're going to do 12, then why are we having this discussion at all? I mean, it seems like that would be,
Because it's a human resources discussion.
It's
Yes.
because of 2 things. Number 1, we want to see if we can come to consensus. Right, he doesn't have it. We want the
again,
release.
that's him.
Right, that's him. So what is the right thing to do? What's the ethical thing to do for him and for the county and for the staff and for the situation? It's to do a separation agreement. Straight out of Nate Wolf's mouth, straight out of any other lawyer is going to say, make it clean. That's number 1. Number 2 is why are we here right now and not just like ramming something through? Because that wouldn't be the right thing to do. That's why going back to 9, I know that there are people who want 12 and will absolutely vote for 12. I would really like to see if we can bump it down and go to 9 and get a great, I mean, I don't think he'd love it, but whatever. I mean, let's bookend this thing and have a fresh look at next year. I think Steve will thank us. Roger?
Can't do it.
Can't do it? Not even at 9? No? How about 8?
6.
How about 6?
I would do 6.
Maybe 6.
I could maybe come to 6. Maybe.
I can maybe go to 6 if there's more people willing to come down to 6.
6, Chris?
Yeah, I said 6. Yeah, but it's either going to be bad or it's going to be super bad. 6.
He has fulfilled the role of acting administrator for what, 2.5, 3 months? It'll be a total of 4. It's an important role in the county. It also does in some ways set precedent for the next administrator who is hired. If he is offered severance, what will it be? Will it be 6? Will it be 12? Will it be 9?
I'm at 12, because we're gonna go out there and they're gonna vote no.
That's not what he just said. He
No.
just said 6. He
Well,
just said 6.
we
I
negotiated
just
in good
said
faith
6.
last closed session, and look what we ended up with.
There were,
So I'm at 12.
but the vote passed. I don't know.
Actually, it was a 9-2 vote. So the only,
Yeah,
One
okay,
second.
I ate that last one for the sake of unanimity, and although every fiber of my being said no, so if y'all will go with 6, I'll cheerfully and thrillingly go with 6. But again,
He voted yes.
Yep,
I
he did.
voted yes.
Yep,
the only 2 no were
optics
Doug
matter.
and Jacob.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I can go below 6, because he is in the same position as Jordan, where he's gonna have the same uphill battle and finding a new job. He does have claims, you know? So, I mean, I don't know would he even sign 6? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, honestly, it'd be stupid to sign 6.
Right.
So,
I think he would do 9. He probably wouldn't like it, but I just said, do it.
My lowest is 9, and again, I already stated my reason in it is because I do believe he's held his stuff within, and I do think it would be at the detriment of our county if we go with less than 9. And it's not out of deserving the mindset that I'm going at. I do think it's gonna come back and it's gonna cost us more if we don't go with 9. So that's why I'm at 9.
I think the optics of more than 6 is gonna hang around your throats.
I think he likes to hang a lot around our throats, so we're getting used to it.
Yeah. Sounds like a few people who are at 12 are willing to come down to 9. We'll get a couple people who are at 6 to come up to 9, call it good.
So is anyone still at 12?
Yep.
That's where I have been. I was willing to
Using
come
AI.
down, I was willing to come down to 9 for having more commissioners showing the support of the clean break,
And I was willing to come up to 6.
Can you please let me
Yeah.
just finish talking?
We have consensus there.
Were you
On that
finished? Did you want to say
Alvin, do you
anything
want to say
else?
anything else?
We're I back up and I look at the whole situation, and I go back to what I wrote. I want to see if we can do the right thing by him and by the county. And I think the release of claims and the separation and severance, this is the Board of Commissioners, dismissing him. That's what this is. It's an agreement, but he carries that. So that's not his wish. I know that. I asked. He wants to continue to work for the county. He likes it, but that's not our reality. So I agree. Giving him 12 like a fully hired administrator is a different situation.
I think it's gonna look like that $4.5 million, and I told you that would fly like a leaded balloon too.
That's total propaganda. So
Total propaganda, all right.
So if we cannot get down to 9, I'm fine with 12. But I would much, much, much rather do something that not everybody loves, including him, so that we can move on.
Can we move up from 6 to see if anybody's willing to move down from 9? Like say 7 or 8. I know that makes an awkward number and that you don't like that, but again, it's how it's gonna look. It's also, Doug brought up a really good point. His failure to negotiate himself as he sort of moved throughout the administration of the county is not our fault,
No.
And so yes, I agree that the environment is a little bit toxic now, and I could see him not wanting to stick around, but 9 is just way too far for
He
me.
does want to stick around.
He does want to.
Well, then he should be afforded that opportunity. It's.
Why do we have this then?
I'm looking him up, and you guys,
I read why. We know why.
MLive, Fox 17, you use AI, Doug, you're quoted in here. None of this has been brought up yet. He hasn't done anything about making a claim against the county for what he has incurred as far as reputational damage is concerned.
Well, and he has claims related to Gibbs, just he hasn't.
Yeah,
brought anything
John
up.
Gibbs is in this next.
He's down to
too.
that
It keeps on giving.
issues. But we're not here to talk about Gibbs. So
My lowest is 9.
if,
Sarah Leach did another.
I know, my lowest is 9, but I'm happy to vote for 12 for those reasons.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to 9 because he has not been the permanent administrator.
What about,
I'm not opposed to that at all.
what about an even 8?
That's fine with me. Close enough to 9.
Yeah, some of these 12s need to back down to 8, and I'll go up to 8.
What,
Go to 8, I'll go to 9.
I'll do 8. Bear in mind, I started at 3. I just want to
Same.
hey,
Yeah, it seems to me
Yep.
us tripling our offer
right,
precludes you coming down 4.
right,
It still has.
And I'll actually vote for it.
It still has to be signed and he has damages.
I think that I mean, we can have council go ask him, will you take 8? We could probably do that, and I'm not leaving close on it. I think that he would.
I would do 8.
If that's it, if it's like, hey, take it or leave it, we don't tell them anything else.
Do you want me to do that?
I think you should vote for the 12.
Only if there's consensus that.
You get to see what the media says about that.
Who cares about the media?
Yeah, well, evidently you do, because you keep bringing it up Sarah Leach, never ending.
Your best friend, I know.
Who
Should we-
cares?
Your donors.
Should we maybe do a
My donors
handvote?
love me.
Should we do a handvote?
They love the 4.5 million, I bet.
Who would consider 8?
I don't want to ask them unless we get enough people, we get.
The next board is going to put this squarely on your shoulders. So do what you want.
Who cares?
So-
Another threat.
That's why I'm
I
okay
know,
with.
it's just like
Wait,
constant.
that's why I'm okay with 12,
Uh.
because I don't care. But if we can, I hear Chris coming up to 8, I think that is a big give. I do. I don't think Chris wants to severance the guy. He's not his,
Chris wants to be at
not
3.
not his favorite guy, but what I hear is Chris cares about the optics. I care about the optics. He cares about trying to come to a greater consensus than, 6 or 7 people. I think the decision needs to be made outside this room based on the county. We are just the board. Yes, there's a blip in the general fund. Great. We haven't had a deputy for these months either, and we have all those savings. Like, this is not a big deal. The actual dollar amount truly is not the problem. The goal is some level of consensus. And if I can say that we came out and voted on it, and Chris and Doug, agreed with Belknap and Miedema, I think that's big.
Just don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, I'm just saying. So Doug's voting no, but okay.
I said don't put words in my mouth.
I respect it. I'm just saying, if we can get to something closer to that, that's my preference.
I would be very happy. I could live at 8.
Can we go, can I hear from more commissioners who might, whether or not they would possibly support 8 so that we could ask him? Is anybody else willing to go down to that? Kendra, Gretchen, Roger, Allison, Sylvia.
To me, it's about 1 month we're arguing on, and to me, like, I started at 12. I understand that some people started at 3. And I do have concerns about the litigation, that if he's not supportive of whatever this room the consensus.
Well, and that's why we want to get to a number so we can go ask him.
Yep, that's why I want to at least ask. A take it or leave it 8 and see what he says.
Can I, clarification? So I'm looking at 4A, it says proposed 12 months salary and health insurance for 12 months. Are you guys
Sure.
talking about 8 for salary and 8 for health insurance? Or just
Correct, switching it from 12 to 8.
for both?
Right.
Possibly.
So if we can
Or
get.
could we split the difference and do 8 months of salary?
don't make it.
No, don't make it, okay. You're like, stop.
All right.
Please, Rebecca, no.
Yeah, I agree with Allison, it's only a month, so if it's only a month, if he would agree, he doesn't know what we're saying. He doesn't know that, you know what, there's votes for 12. He doesn't know that, so if we can do 8, honestly, like what Jacob is saying, hey, it's fewer months, right? Let the news write an article about, they gave us less than Don Shea, right? Let him say that.
Would there be any merit
But I think they
to-
can't have 2. Okay, just Is that same statement in here that was in,
Well, the news can say so.
in Jordan Epperson, but then that's release of information?
Well, this will be FOIA-able within,
Yeah.
a certain amount of time. I mean, they can eventually get it and then
But
compare
what's been
it.
going on in here can't be released,
Correct.
correct?
That would definitely be illegal.
And punishable by a fine.
That's what it's supposed to be.
That's what it's supposed to be. So Allison, 8's not really that much different than 9. Would you support asking him if he would do 8 as this is the kind of last ditch, take it or leave it and see what he says? He could say no. If he says no, then we know. I can just say yes. If I was offered it, I'd say yes. I know I'm employed.
Yeah, I'd be
You
okay
don't have
with,
9
I'd be
cents.
okay with us asking.
Would you like the second ask to be if that answer is no?
And that,
Would you do 9?
What would you do?
Or what would you, yes, what would you?
Well, I think it doesn't matter what he says on what would work. If he says 24 months, then
Well, I
it's-
know.
if he
Well, then we
doesn't
know it's
take,
over at
if
that
he
point.
doesn't take 8, I'm right back up to my 12.
Roger, would you support him being asked if he would take 8? Julia? So we have a whole bunch of people who would support him being asked if he would take 8. Gretchen, Kendra, any comments? And the reason would be because it seems like there are more people who will actually support that if it occurred. In the end, he will have to hustle and take care of his own life, but he's got tons of kids and a big family. He's got responsibilities, and we have a level of responsibility to him. County employee matter.
Avoidance of a public humiliation on January 2nd matters.
Yeah, I don't want any of that. It's not worth it. And,
Looks like that way.
smooth transition for the next few weeks as we wrap up. And
I can't sleep with myself voting for 8 months for somebody that's been interim for 2.5. It's just, how can you spend the people's money that way? That's,
you'd like to give him 0, Jacob, but we know that. So I'd say
No, I said that I would
call
support-
that heartless.
no, I never said 0 with
You
Ben
did say
Wetmore.
0. Oh, on the prior one. You said 3 on this one.
Yeah, and I came up to 6.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not 0, Joe.
Still heartless.
Joe.
Your attitude.
Joe.
Okay.
Jacob.
It's not all propaganda, Joe.
Jacob.
You know there's a deputy that was in the room that would testify that's not propaganda?
Let's keep going around the room. I think
Hold it!
Quickly.
We're
Come
reverting back to
on.
Roger
You know
Bergman
what?
as
You're
chair.
not kids.
We're gonna get those,
Well, one
the
is.
gloves with that are,
Come
you
on.
guys can like duke it
Hey,
out.
any day, any day.
Oh, you'd like that,
Cupid
Joe?
sticks.
Would
That'd be
you?
fun, yeah.
Where are the adults in here?
You are, Roger, take us away. So we're at 8.
So I'm making
we're
a
at 8
motion
months.
to adjourn. To leave.
To exit closed session?
Yes.
There's a motion, is there a second?
We haven't been able.
Second.
So, I agree, we have not gotten
We
to
haven't.
anything, but Roger would really like this to be done. I'd vote.
So would I.
I would recommend voting no on exiting closed session, so we could finish this discussion. All in favor of exiting closed session, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Nays have it, motion fails. Thank you, Roger, for getting us back on track.
Okay, let's get this done.
Amen.
Let's get
Can we
this
go
done.
Can
Come on,
someone go
Joe.
talk to him
Can
and see
we,
if he'll take it?
Kendra, can we ask him if he would take 8 and see what he says in the long run?
Sure.
Okay, so will council please just ask him if he would take
8 months
8
salary,
months?
8 months health insurance. That's my only
Yes.
question to him,
Yeah.
Do you
correct?
want a second question?
No.
You want the second question?
No.
Just ask him
just, that's the only one.
in private.
Right.
Thank you, Roger.
Since we're paused, can I go use the head?
Great.
And no, I tend,
Clean it once in a
we
while.
tend not to,
Take it through the car wash or something.
so I'm a black, I'm a brown centric guy, so I'm not sure what that says. You're a brown centric.
Colors.
Can we close the door? Thanks, Gus.
Sorry.
Okay. We're still in closed session, so.
You know if there's a food truck out
Is it
there today?
A2, is it A2 large?
Is there a food truck out there today?
Yeah, it is.
I'm hungry.
Find out here in
You
a
have
second.
leverage, you have leverage.
We'll find out here in a second.
So,
Allison,
Aw, I can divide up for anybody who wants some.
Gretchen, is A2 low?
I think it's true.
Can you offer
Oh, you're fast.
any commentary on why?
You guys
I mean,
want
I
me-
do agree, I mean, it just,
You want me?
I think it's a man.
I know, right?
Kind of just-
Wait, bring enough for everybody, Justin?
Oh, man.
Oh.
Or if you come out
man.
here to get something that I
And
forgot
think he has-
that was technically my fault, that I should have left at home, and then she brought me coffee, so.
I mean, this one.
I overlooked
Okay, yeah, we got,
I don't know.
we got something.
Yeah, gotta figure out a good Christmas gift.
You can't treat people this way.
Right.
Regardless of politics, you know? The lack of civility is extraordinary.
he didn't give a direct answer. His
Right.
response was he would rather take 12 months' salary and no health insurance at all.
fine.
Considering the cost of health insurance, I think that's a good deal.
Well, then,
I would be for that.
fine.
Actually, that's big.
Yeah, he's got eight,
He's
nine.
got
12.
9 kids and he's throwing off health insurance?
That's what
You
I'm
got
thinking.
Obama.
What the, yeah, that's.
Something
yeah,
that's-
you're
Wife might
next.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh,
His wife might have something.
I can't imagine you.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
As I'm like, looking through that.
Okay, 12 months, no health insurance. We know, so Doug and Jacob are absolute no.
Again, don't put words in my mouth.
Doug and Jacob have indicated they are a no. Would you like to change that?
Again, we don't vote in closed sessions.
I'm just asking for your opinion.
My opinion is 4 months.
Okay,
So, that's just what I've said now 4 times.
okay. Chris, 12 months, no health insurance.
I need a minute.
Okay, Roger, do you have any thoughts? It's actually not so bad. It's like splitting the baby.
Is he currently running under health insurance?
Yeah, he does, yeah. He,
Can't support that.
no. How about then we go back to 9 just with health insurance and then he can just do whatever.
But he said 12. But
then
why
it
are
gives
we
them
doing it if
opportunity to say
they're
no.
gonna vote anyway?
Maybe he
Yeah,
wants 12
so-
because it will look a certain way. I don't know. Maybe
But
he-
I'm saying, why don't we just offer the 12, what's in this agreement, because they're gonna vote against it anyway.
Well, no, I think what Chris is saying is he's genuinely thinking about what can he
apologize,
come
Chris.
to consensus to in this room that he would support outside this room. And I think that matters.
I guess I would want to look at the numbers, like how much
I know.
do we, like, that's the thing, I feel like I'm,
Okay, yeah, he's making 175 and he's got insurance.
how
And,
much
And
is
it's
the
usually
insurance?
about 35 to 40%,
well, it's the full benefit package, so his insurance is
might be higher
probably
than
like
that.
$1,400 a month, maybe, 1,600, I don't know what it is, could be 1,200.
That's what I mean, we're speculating, it'd be nice to have.
Sure, so we're just,
numbers.
yeah, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Not giving him health insurance is a difference,
Our benefits are usually,
Cost-wise.
yeah,
so there's that.
35 to 50%, almost 100% sometimes.
doing 9 months in the current agreement is less than a prior administrator, more than a deputy.
It's
But he did
absurd.
more than a deputy's
And it's,
role.
and it's
It
not,
is
it's not absurd.
absurd.
He is being
I've
exited
sat on a lot of
out.
boards, I've seen a lot of exit packages, this is absurd. He's been there for 2.5 months.
No, he's
It's
been working with
absurd.
the county for, what, a year and a half?
There's no way you can go
He
over
would
6
have-
months on this, guys.
He would have been here.
The public
looking at
will
this, but
fillet you, told you that last
The
time.
Democrats will.
No, the
You'll
public
know.
will.
Sarah Leach will. Like, I'm okay
How's your
with that.
majority doing there, Joe?
How-
the
how's-
public
how's
will.
what majority?
You're
The majority
embarrassing.
currently is
I
Republican.
keep telling you
Jacob.
this, but you don't listen to me.
No.
You go over 6 months on this, it's not reasonable. The public will fillet you for
Will
it.
you please be chair next? 'Cause
I know, I
So
want you to be
great.
chair.
Would be great.
Gosh,
Chair finance, I
Would
think
it be
that
great?
would be amazing.
yeah, that would be,
I look forward to your vote.
hey, let's talk.
I wouldn't do it.
But this is a separate conversation we can't have in this room, and if we're not careful, Commissioner Bergman is going to motion to exit again.
I think we should.
We're waiting for Chris, Rebecca, do you want to add any 12 months, no health insurance?
I mean, I added about then 1,400 is a month.
Sure.
Is like 16,800 is what we're talking about. It's not, to me, just, I can't
Do
agree with
nine-
that. It's
just
too.
9 months in the current agreement, just call it good.
It's actually like, it
Wait,
is
we were at
like
8, right?
140.
We were at 8.
If you did 1,200 times 12 months, it's like 144,000 off.
We talked to him about 12, just
Let's do 12.
call it good.
1,200 times.
Right, don't I have that right?
Your
No,
benefits
yeah.
packages run
I mean,
about
if we do
40% of
nine-
total salary
I'll
I might need
on
to
an
know.
average.
And, you know, from where I'm
So
at.
you're talking
That's
nine.
way off.
no,
I
it's
gotta
not
move
either
this,
9 without
I gotta move
health insurance,
decimal.
it's falls without.
Well, I was willing
So,
to do 8, so I would be willing to do 9 with health insurance. I would be willing to do that.
So-
But that's,
we do
I'm
not,
done.
9 with health insurance and we'd be done, and it's a little, it's
Assessment.
less than certain people want, and it's more than others. So, no one's super happy, except me, because 9 is actually my number.
But are we going
Yeah,
without
no.
asking him again?
No, okay.
No, sorry, so I started at 3, doubled, came up 200% from where I was at, and y'all come down 50. No, that's, yeah, and all based on the shadow and a threat that he might do something out there if we don't make him happy.
No, I don't
So,
think
you know,
that's-
that's fine, then do what you're gonna do.
I
That's-
agree that that's part of it, but I don't think that's not the only consideration. The consideration is what's right by him and what's right by the county.
I think nine
I
months of pay and 9 months of
Yeah.
health insurance is incredibly, an
Right.
incredible perk
My-
for someone who
my
hasn't even
goal
been
was
with the
3
organization for 24 months.
So can we
my
go,
vote was 3 months, half is 6 months.
so can we go to 8, and then we have most people who are not super happy, but he can sign it or he cannot sign it, and that's a risk we take, and we just go.
I think 6 is where you have consensus for this half of the table. And Commissioner Curran, but I'm not speaking for you. And I think that would float in the public too, for the optics side of it.
I think 9 floats pretty good too, because it's not 12.
No,
you
it doesn't,
So-
it doesn't.
I prefer 6. I do. I'm not gonna not say that I don't. I actually,
I think his benefits are.
It'd be crazy not to sign that 6 months.
So,
What do you
if
think?
you
6
calculate
months?
175 by 40%, that's approximately $70,000 a
Good.
year
6
that
months?
he's giving up.
I could just say,
Go 6 months.
No.
What
Will
if,
not
what
happen.
if I go ask him very, very nicely, say, will you please just do this for 6 months and we'll just call it good and you can exit and be happy?
Then we might get a unanimous vote.
Yeah.
Then we might get a unanimous vote if people will come down. What if he said yes?
We just offered him 8 with everything.
I know, but there's not consensus, and it sure would be nice to try to get to some consensus.
We asked you.
We asked.
Let's go ask him 6
I talked to him, Jeff.
How about sounds good?
Is Joe allowed to be the person that asks?
Nothing wrong with that, but you might go into the.
Godspeed, Joe. Wish you well.
Maybe it should be me and you.
I'll come with you if you want.
Give me a second, and then if I need you, I'll pull you.
12 months.
Or I'll pull him rather.
Oh, boy.
I'm gonna throw my check.
How many times?
That's 2 years late.
Those two different things. Right here, 11 hours in February.
Yep, that could be, or food or food or, yeah.
Actually, budget judge. The pre thing, that was the keystone. Everything, this cavalcade nonsense is all because of
I'll notarize it.
Okay, John Shea was just fired.
I did. An hour ago.
We got
Don't ever do that.
Someone did get scheduled.
Because he's still, with the energy level is way down. I
Yeah, I really thought I was gonna have to take a half, I thought I was only gonna have to take a half a day of vacation for this, now I gotta take a whole day. That's okay. I'd rather not, there's no place else I'd rather spend a day of vacation than with y'all.
Yeah, you didn't get a chance to, you didn't get a chance to do
I think I've
that.
got 27 years of course, 27. And this has absolutely been a ride. This last two.
We don't want you to
I've
leave
seen a
without
lot of
getting
interesting
your
situations
experience.
and all those different boards.
Yeah,
This has just been.
very few parts of this have been as I anticipated, I'll put it that way. Very few parts of this have been as I anticipated. I am.
It sounds like to me, he doesn't, it's not so much about the vote, about the optics. With the vote, it's more like what he actually walks away with in those optics. So where I'm currently at is I'm at the 12 months with no health insurance.
Rebecca, where are you at? Chris, any additional thoughts?
I need a minute.
Okay. Go back to the original intent. The goal here is to get a release, number one. We don't want any more funny business. We don't want any lawsuits. We don't want any controversy next year. Have a clean slate for next year. I mean, hey, that's not my choice. That's not my preference here. I don't love it. But, you know, it's reality. Okay? Lauer quit. He's not going to go through the process. Doesn't want to take the risk. You know, blah, blah, blah. It's the reality. Maneuvering. So I would like more buy-in. I'd like buy-in from Roger and Chris. And Doug, I respect your position.
I just want to add that I if I were to vote for either the two, and again, I'm not saying that I think Commissioner Cosby has a point that, you know, if he's expressed 12 with no health insurance, why would we mess with 9 and 9 if the numbers work out basically the same? I think Commissioner Cosby has a good point there. Then we know that he's going to sign, and it really doesn't make a difference number-wise.
So are we saying 12 and no insurance? Or
He's already
12
indicated he's fine with
and
that.
no benefits?
He said 12 and no benefits.
Okay, so benefits are a big deal. It's a little different than insurance.
Well, all
say
of
benefits?
this eliminates benefits, and if we're talking about no insurance, no benefits, this would eliminate all of them.
Is that what it was, Lene? No benefits?
My question,
That's what the
yeah,
agreement
no, my
said.
question to him was health insurance because.
But the benefits are terminated in this, like there are no other benefits. So if
Then
he's,
4A doesn't say benefits, it says health insurance.
yeah, but the rest of it says 5, employees' benefits are terminated.
Oh, yeah, not including health insurance.
So if we drop health insurance, there's no benefits. Whatever that 40% is or 35% is, it's gone.
Correct.
So then 12 months, no benefits, it's one time, it's over, and we move on. And we just say, hey, it was the same as Shay. 12 months. Even if it's a little different.
You should do it.
I think you should too.
I'm hoping to hear from Chris, and I'm probably leaning in whatever direction. Well, at least I'm trying.
Fine. I got the rest of the year to hate myself. Go ahead and do the 12 with no benefits, and I don't want to, but I want this done more, and I'll hate myself for it later. So go ahead. I'll support it.
12 no benefits. He said he would do it, at least illegal. So, Raj, how about you? No. Can you do like 10 or 11 and no benefits? No. What would
Just go with
what
what
would
you
you
got,
do?
Joe.
9?
Go with what you got,
Just
Joe.
keep going.
Just do the 12.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote against it, but you got your own.
Chris, do you want to reconsider it all?
He's essentially said what he wants.
Yes.
The alternative to that is the total capitulation to
We
this,
can-
which
we
we
can
all
do it
seem,
all.
which a majority seem willing to do. If this saves us something,
A lot, yeah.
then freaking fine. I
Okay.
mean,
All right, so consensus is essentially to just remove plus paid health insurance for 12 months.
Don't do it.
And remove not including health insurance.
And what about paragraph 2? Well, it might be okay because it's past compensation.
Yep.
I guess it's okay to keep benefits in there.
Yep. Okay.
Interrupt your time. Your time.
Cue Roger.
Cue Roger.
Roger.
Okay, let's go out of executive session.
Motion to leave closed session from Roger.
Second. Aye.
Support. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no motion carries.
Roger, you have a your new full-time.
Jacob, they need that.
Release back the Jack. Thank you.
I already gave it. Okay, perfect. Shower?
Oh, boy.
You're welcome.
The poor deputy people who are.
I know. Oh, I know. That's